Hello students, today we are going to start chapter 3, Natural Resource, Water. So first I'm telling you about the planet Earth. The planet Earth is called living planet. Why? Because it is having special type of resource that is water. It is required by plants, animals and humans for survival. We need water for drinking, cooking, washing, cleaning. We required adequate supply of water also for growing crops. We need water for various activities, for various purposes. The force of falling water means when the water is falling from a very much height. Okay, that thing is known as water is used to produce hydroelectricity. When with the force of falling water the electricity is being produced, that is hydroelectricity. It is one of the main sources of energy that is required in factories, offices and homes. Now the topic which we are going to start today, that is freshwater resources. Our earth's uniqueness lies in the fact that it has water and it is habitable. Okay, means habitable means the people are living over here. Earth is called watery planet because 71% is covered with water. 97.3% exist in form of oceans, seas, gulf and bays. These contain saline water, that is salty water that you cannot drink, that you cannot use for irrigation. Irrigation means providing water to crops. 2.7% is in form of fresh water. But again 70% of fresh water is in the form of ice sheets and glaciers, the 70%. And only 1% of water is available as fresh resource to us that we can consume directly and we can use directly. See, there is so much shortage of water, so we need to save water. 70% of water, fresh water, is in ice sheet and glaciers, and only 1% is fresh water which we are consuming. Okay, the main sources of fresh water are rivers, streams, lake, ponds and groundwater. The supply of fresh water comes from rainfall and the melting of the glaciers. The melting of the glaciers, the water goes into the rivers, streams. Okay, so supply of fresh water comes from rainfall or when the glaciers melt. It collects the water bodies or seeps through the soil. This water is collected into water bodies, I told you, in the river, pond, streams, or seeps through the soil. It goes through the soil and collected as a groundwater under it. So, World Water Day is celebrated every year on March 22. The top 6 countries I am telling you today, there are top 6 countries. They are annual consumption of water. Annual means yearly how much water they are consuming. The annual consumption of water is in trillion gallons. Gallon is the unit which is used to measure it. 362 trillion gallon of water China needs. 362 trillion gallon water China needs. The water consumption annually which I am telling you, that is in trillion gallons. Brazil needs 95, Mexico 53, USA 216, Russia 71 and India needs 30 trillion gallons of water. You have learned that water is a flow resource, means it is renewable and inexhaustible. Okay, this resource is renewable and inexhaustible. So water is renewed, recycled or recharged through water cycle. Water is a flow resource which is renewable and inexhaustible, means it can be renewed again and again, recycled, recharged through your water cycle, through your hydrological cycle. The change of water from the liquid form to gaseous form and then again to the solid or the liquid form is known as hydrocycle. When the water goes from oceans, from liquid to gaseous form, it goes into the clouds, then again to the solid or the liquid form is known as hydrological cycle. It makes water a renewable resource. But in this hydrological cycle process, the form of water may change. The ratio between usable fresh water and non usable saline water may alter, it may change. Okay, usable fresh water, and we are not, I told you, we are not using the saline water. Salty water cannot be drink and cannot be used for irrigation. Distribution of water may be affected because somewhere the because of water flood comes, and some areas are there where water scarcity is there. Some are full of water due to floods when overflow of water is there, and some are filled with water scarcity, means shortage of demand of water over shortage of water over its demand. That is water scarcity. When water is available in short but demand is more. This makes conscience about the importance of conserving the water resource, because somewhere scarcity is there, that is less water available, somewhere flood is there, then we need to conserve the water. You cannot divide the water, you cannot add or subtract the water from the earth. Its total volume always remains the constant. Constant motion, cycling through hydrosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere, processes of evaporation, precipitation, and runoff, it keeps on going. These process, it is a constant motion cycle from hydrosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere, through the process of evaporation, precipitation, and runoff, we get water. These are the natural sources of water: river, lake, ocean, pond, streams. Distribution of fresh water. See, it is uneven throughout the world. You don't know how much water is being distributed. Somewhere heavy rainfall is there, that is good water flow. Groundwater reserve is also high. Okay, seepage through the soil. I told you na, the water seep through the soil and then goes and collected into the groundwater. So groundwater reserve is also high in some areas. Excessive rainfall may cause flood also in many places. If too much rainfall is there in some place, it can cause flood also. Water may destroy life and property when it changes its form into tsunami, into flood. Unusable, when water is unusable during the period, it may destroy the lives and properties. Floods are common in Hwang Ho basin of China and in Bangladesh and eastern India. These are the places where flood are most common. If I talk about vast area, it suffers from acute water scarcity, means shortage of water is there. Drought is there, means drought means you cannot cultivate any crop over there due to lack of water. Sahara and Kalahari Desert of Africa, Western Asia as well as Western India and other parts of South Asia, Northwest Mexico and Australia are some places that are suffering from water scarcity, means shortage of water, and drought. These are the places. Our country India is drained by many big rivers. Three big river system is there: Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra. And its tributaries are Satluj, Yamuna, that drain in the northern India. And this was, I was talking about the Himalayan rivers, that was Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. Now if I talk about the southern rivers, that is Narmada, Tapi, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. It flows through the southern part of India. The northern area rivers are perennial. Perennial means they are having water throughout the year. How they are perennial? Because they are having water throughout the year, because they are coming from Himalayas. These are Himalayan rivers, Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. The glaciers melt, and that's why they are perennial. The glaciers melt and it brings the water down. The southern rivers are seasonal. Seasonal means these are non-perennial. They are filled with water when the rainfall is there. India also receives good amount of rainfall in the monsoon season. Somewhere so much rainfall is there, somewhere acute shortage of rainfall is there. The reasons behind it, that unequal distribution of rainfall. Everywhere equal distribution of rainfall is not there. Uncertainty of monsoon rains. Uncertainty means you don't know when the rain is going to come. It is going to come more, it is going to come less. The monsoon rain is always uncertain. Concentration of most of the rain within 4 months of the rainy season. Within the 4 months of the rainy season, the mostly concentrated of rains are there. Concentration here means the concentration of most of the rains within 4 months of the rainy season. Okay, somewhere the rainfall is more, somewhere it is the less, somewhere no rainfall is there. This is a canal. Okay. As a result of the supply of fresh water, we are highly unreliable. If I talk about, we are having land resources limited because the population is increasing day by day. Population is increasing, so we need crops also more to grow to fulfill the demand of the growing population. We need more productivity of crops. So this also requires a lot of water, means a lot of irrigation methods we need. Supply of water we need for irrigation through wells, through tube wells, through tanks and canals. Indira Gandhi Canal, Upper Doab Canal, Bhangra Canal, Upper Ganga Canal, these are major canals of India. Multi-purpose projects, various multi-purpose projects across rivers have been constructed after independence. Jawaharlal Nehru called dams are the temples of modern India. Dams are also known as the multi-purpose projects. They are used for many purposes. Okay. So the main objective of water resource is for the country's development, and dams are called temples of modern India because it leads to the all-round development. You know why we need dam? It is a source of water. It gives water for irrigation purpose, for drinking, and for it gives water for producing electricity also through hydroelectricity. That's why it is known as temples of modern India. So there are some benefits. You can generate hydroelectricity. Irrigation, providing water to crops. It can control flood. Okay, when you know the flood is going to come, you can close the gates. The water is being stored in the dams. Navigation facilities. If we want to go somewhere, we want navigation. We want to go on a journey. It helps us. Promoting fisheries, afforestation, growing more and more plants, soil conservation, maintaining the fertility of the soil, and many recreational activities. It is a multi-purpose river valley project. Conservation of water resource. Water is available. Many parts of the world are still facing water scarcity. In some parts, water is available. In some parts, they are facing water scarcity. Water scarcity can be due to over exploitation, when you are overusing the water, when you are excessive using the water, when you are uncontrollable using the water. A dripping tap wastes about 1200 liters of water in a year. Dripping tap, you understand? Tup, tup, tup. When the water is coming drop by drop from the tap, when it is not properly closed, yearly 1200 liters of water are wasted like this. Human beings use a lot of water, not only for drinking and washing, but for irrigation in factories and construction of houses also. Unequal distribution of water due to natural causes. See, the water is not evenly distributed because somewhere rainfall is more, somewhere it is not. Variation in annual rainfall, seasonal precipitation, surface runoff, as well as social causes that leads to water scarcity in many places. Pollution of river, lakes. Rivers are being polluted, lakes are being polluted because the factories they discharge their waste, sewage water, the industrial waste is being discharged into the river water or the pond water or the lake water. It is being polluted. People are changing the life giving rivers to toxic streams. Okay, the rivers were giving life to them and they are converting it into toxic stream that is poisonous. Man is himself turning fresh water resource into dirty water resource. Man is making the fresh water resource a dirty water resource. He is making that unfit for use. We need steps to conserve water. Stop wastage of water. Control flow of water by proper distribution. Prevent water pollution. Adopt rainwater harvesting. There is a state, Tamil Nadu. It is legal there that rainwater harvesting is compulsory in each and every household. You should train the people that how can they save water. Adopt proper means of irrigation, that water should not be wastage through sprinkler irrigation, through drip irrigation system. Afforestation also helps to increase the underground water level. It checks the surface runoff and it recharges the groundwater level. So, afforestation is needed for recharging the groundwater level and to check the surface runoff. As a responsible citizen of the world, you should also try to save the precious resource. You should be cautious as well as make other also cautious about the importance of water. You must save every precious drop of water. You know, every precious drop of water is important to us. This is a river multi-purpose projects. The main I'm telling you. Here you can see Bhakra Nangal project. So this Bhakra Nangal project is on the river Satluj. This river Satluj, this Bhakra Nangal project is there. If I talk about Damodar Valley project, this is your Damodar Valley project. It is on the river Damodar only. Okay, this is the river Damodar. See, Damodar Valley project on the river Damodar. Rihand project. Rihand is also tributary. It is also on the river Rihand. See. Hirakud Dam on the river Mahanadi. Naga Sagar Arjuna on the river Krishna. Tugnabhadra project on Tugnabhadra. Chambal project, that is in the Chambal only. Okay, like Gandhi Sagar and Rana Pratap Sagar. This is Chambal project. See, Chambal river is flowing through here. So Bhakra Nangal project on river Satluj, Damodar Valley on river Damodar, Rihand on river Rihand, Nagasagar Arjun on river Krishna, Hirakud on river Mahanadi, Tugnabhadra on river Tugnabhadra, see Sardar Sarovar on the river Narmada, okay, and Rana Pratap and Gandhi Sagar on the river Chambal. These are the multi-purpose projects and their river name. So Damodar Valley projects, it is Tilaya, Kunar, Bokaro, Panchet, Maithon, the first multi-purpose project of India on the river Damodar. West Bengal and Jharkhand states are benefited with this project. It is used for hydroelectricity, irrigation by Durgapur barrage. It is controlling the flood also. Highest dam in the world is Bhakra Nangal project. River Satluj. Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan are the benefited states using the water for irrigation and hydroelectricity. Rihand, it is a tributary of Sun River. Uttar Pradesh for hydroelectricity, flood control and navigation. Chambal project on the river Chambal, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh are the states benefited using for hydroelectricity, irrigation and conserving the soil. Hirakud project, the longest dam in the world, on the river Mahanadi, that is in Odisha. Navigation, hydroelectricity and irrigation, they are using it. Nagasagar Arjun on river Krishna, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, irrigation and hydroelectricity. Tugnabhadra on the river Tugnabhadra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka for irrigation and hydroelectricity. So rainwater harvesting is a technique that you can recharge the groundwater by capturing and storing it into the big well, pits or tanks. And you can check the dams also. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.